Hi, I'm Daylon Soh, and I build products and communities. One of the communities I'm running is called Creative Mornings. Creative Mornings is a monthly breakfast event for people who are interested in the creative industry. Yeah, Creative Mornings is a monthly breakfast event that started in New York City in 2008, and after running for so many years, it has expanded to over 170 cities right now. When we first got the license to run it in Singapore, we were the first chapter in Asia. We were chapter number 20 something, and now it's 170. Yeah, that's hyper growth, and it's very organic growth as well. We don't spend any money advertising or talking about ourselves. Though we've been running it for 5 years, it usually goes through like a word of mouth recommendation that people come to our events, they like it, and they listen to the speaker and find it inspiring, and they bring their friends to the next event. So when we started in that process, maybe like 5 years ago, back in 2012, we were asked to do an interview with the founder, Tina Eisenberg, who runs like several startups in New York City and runs a really popular design blog called Swiss Miss. She wanted to know why we started it. She wanted to know if we had like a list of speakers that we could potentially bring to the event. She wanted to know our locations, list of potential locations. She wanted to know whether we were prepared as a team. Of course, we made a video and we assured her that we had all those things in mind, and there is definitely enough content to share. And I think one of the key reasons to bring that event to Singapore was also that I was trained as a designer, and I recognize that there's a lot of amazing creative talent here in Singapore that deserves a voice in a global platform. So people can expect two things. One is that they can expect a great community. It's a free event, and it will always be free. Even though if you feel like you're not a creative, you're also welcome, because we believe that everyone is creative and everyone is welcome. With that community, you have people from working professionals in the creative industry and people who are not in the creative industry, but they're all really interesting people. And what you can expect as well are good speakers. So we always invite a speaker that has made an impact through their work in the local setting. We try and feature as much as possible local talents. So we have featured a number of talents who were not very well known at the time that we got them to speak, but after which they started getting very, very popular and had a lot of press coverage in our national newspaper. I think it changed my life. Yeah, running Creative Mornings changed my life. It opened up an entire world for me. I never knew that there were so many people in Singapore that were as excited as I am about the creative industries and about the talent over here. So I didn't start this chapter alone. I started with a team. Actually, I convinced two people to join me and start this, and it turned out to be a really good decision. It also taught me a lot about how is it like to run a volunteer team, because motivations are different. You're not paying them. How do you then manage their expectations, and how do you keep them interested? Most importantly, you've got to have a very clear why, right? You've got to have a clear sense of mission. And our mission was, in Singapore at least, was of course to bring people together from different parts of the creative industry and be able to feature local talent and bring them onto a global platform, because we record a video of each talk. You got to have a very clear why, and you got to treat your people right, I think. So as much as possible, I try and have some FaceTime one-on-ones with my team and try and understand, what's your motivation for joining this team? How can we help you as a group? I think we got a lot of amazing people in the team, and we can actually do a lot of things together. So as much as possible, if let's say they're a freelance videographer and they need more projects to feed themselves, try and recommend them to projects. If they're running a business, I say, hey, if you're running a business that's relevant for our community, maybe you could share more about your business in our social media platform, which has thousands of following. So I think it's about understanding what people want as well, having a strong why, and then just trying to constantly listen to what they need and constantly try to grow as well as an organization. So when I started, my leadership style was a bit more authoritarian. I would kind of like give instructions and everyone would kind of follow, because I used to run events, run like fashion events and run big events. So and gradually I moved towards a more like distributed system whereby people can start making decisions of their own and have ownership over that piece of the puzzle, and also be able to inject their creativity into the work they do. I think I wish I learned critical thinking earlier in my career. I feel that when I was working, I was following a lot of my intuition, a lot of my gut, and a lot of instinct, and that's not good. You don't actually consider the context, you don't actually consider the data, and you don't think about the problem in a deeper and more meaningful way before you actually execute on something. I had a lot of energy when I was as a younger professional, and I was doing a lot, but I was not achieving a lot because I didn't think through the problem enough. So I wish I'd done more critical thinking.